Boom, boom. Hello and welcome, everybody, to tonight's fantastic dinosaur action. Yeah, last night on Arena, it was a little bit painful. A couple stumbling blocks against Mono Black Waste Not discard. Tonight, though, I'll be talking about the changes that I made last night after the stream. Slight tweaks I'll show you on Arena, but as the title says, I'm going to be jumping into Magic the Gathering Online, doing a Pioneer League. I'll explain as best I can what that's all about, how it works. I went 3-2 my previous league, which is nice because I won all my entry back. I won enough play points, 100 that I can re-enter, do another one. So hopefully I just continue that. I go at least 3-2, 4-1 eventually. I'll be getting some 5-0s, so watch out. But tonight, I have hexproof. You have hexproof if you're going to be using Leyline of Sanctity. But I like switching back and forth, certainly talking about the deck changes on Arena. It looks a whole lot better than Magic the Gathering Online, which is not pretty. Not pretty at all. It's about a 20-year-old looking client. It has not aged well. It's painful. Very, very painful. Okay. Leyline of Sanctity. Starting out with it. Does it make sense? Yes, it makes sense. Because I don't lose a whole lot by moving the Hornet Queen into the sideboard and the Leyline of Sanctity into the main. Hornet Queen, of course, could be nice, potentially saving me from flying creatures, aggro, but sometimes, of course, I don't see the Hornet Queen. Potentially, I can make the 7 mana needed for the Hornet Queen by turn 4. With this Stampede Dinos list, I always play Dinos. I've done hundreds of live streams. If anybody is wondering, what the heck am I looking at? If you're new, most of you know the devastation that is about to happen to many opponents, but Sunken Citadel, one of them, 2 of them. If you have 2, you can make 4 total mana for lands with activated abilities based on the color that you choose. The first one usually is green. Castle Garenbrig, 4 mana needed to activate its ability to make 6 green for creatures or their activated abilities. So if I had 2 Sunken Citadels, 1 Castle Garenbrig, and 1 other land, I could make 7. And again, it has happened often enough that I can get to 7 by turn 4. It's not unheard of. Sylvan Scrying, grabbing a specific land, putting it into my hand. Either I grab the Sunken Citadel that I need, the Castle Garenbrig that I need, or if I have a Castle Garenbrig and a Sunken to start, I'll just use Sylvan Scrying to grab a second Sunken, which is extra good. Archdruid's Charm to grab a specific land and put it right onto the battlefield, which is also quite nice. I might start off with a Sunken Citadel, a Castle Garenbrig, and a Forest, plus an Archdruid's Charm. That basically means the opponent is done, dead right there. By turn 3, I play my 3rd land. It enters untapped. Sunken Citadel and Castle Garenbrig have to be the first 2 lands. Sunken has to come down on turn 1 or turn 2 because it always enters tapped, but by turn 3, I want 3 green sources. For the Archdruid's Charm, I cast that. I search for a second Sunken, put it onto the battlefield, and boom, all of a sudden I will eventually be representing 7 mana with that particular line of play. Oh my goodness. But going back to Leyline of Sanctity, well, hopefully I see it in my opening hand. So it starts on the battlefield, protecting me against Thoughtseize and all that stuff. Help. Oh, well, don't worry, because the Mono Black Waste Not discard opponent's Colt, they will also be feeling sick. Their tummy is going to be rumbling. They're going to have a headache. They're going to start throwing up because they will have no chance whatsoever. Sometimes they do, but when you give yourself hexproof and you can shut off basically an entire deck, pretty much all the things they could want to do, that's going to get them. Oh my goodness, that is no good. Hopefully it's not food poisoning. Food doesn't last too long in our household. I usually clean it up pretty good. There isn't much leftovers, but hopefully it's not like a gluten allergy or a lactose intolerance or something like that. I hear people, they eat pizza and grilled cheese and that sort of thing because cheese tastes so absolutely amazing, even when it kind of upsets their stomach. Oh, just been sick. Well, we'll make opponents sick and hopefully cheer you up. Anybody watching right now later on, if you're feeling down, well, you're going to be feeling up. But again, getting sidetracked. Leyline of Sanctity, if we don't happen to see it, it could be a very positive hand that I would want to keep. 1 Sunken, 1 Castle, 1 Forest, and an Archdruid's Charm. I would definitely keep that, even if it didn't have a leyline, which you want to see. But to cast it, potentially, we've got 4 Temple Gardens, 1 Overgrown Farmland, and 1 Lush Portico. So 6 sources in total that make the white. If I get a second Sunken, I can choose white, or if I have enough green sources, my first Sunken might be chosen as white, and then I get my 1 source. I only need to see another Temple Garden, the Overgrown Farmland, but also the Outcaster Trailblazer, which I've been using for the past few days. Again, has been good. We plot it, it enters, and we add a mana of any color, so we add possibly our second white just to be able to get Leyline down. It definitely feels very comfortable in this scenario. For quite a while I was using Leyline without even any source of white, other than potentially a Sunken Citadel, and well, that wouldn't be enough. I would never choose the first 2 Sunkens as white to get my 2 sources for Leyline here. But yeah, otherwise everything is basically the same. Hornet Queen starts in the sideboard instead of the main, Leyline in the main. There you go. We're going to hate against Mono Black Waste Not, and I feel like we're going to be facing it quite a bit, especially because a Pioneer League, pay to enter, or use play points, use ticks on Magic the Gathering Online. It takes some investment, some actual real world money, so the stakes are a little bit higher and a little bit more competitive. But I'm just closing Arena and we jump right into that once I turn it on. Okay, there we go. Now you can tell how bad that does look. Okay, 100 play points ready to go. Boom. The list, as always, is in the description. I'll try to move through the league as fast as possible, aiming for about 2 hours. I think I went a little over 2 hours the last time. Okay, oh, I won the die roll. I go first. Beautiful. That's a keeper, absolutely. I love seeing the Temple Garden, Sylvan Scrying. Yeah. Hopefully it's not Mono Black Waste Not. Getting rid of Sylvan Scrying, but I'm going to take my chances. I do have my 2 sources of white with the 2 Temple Gardens, so, you know, maybe we'll get there. Yeah, we'll see. But it is nice seeing Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Oftentimes, even with 4 copies, I don't see it when I want to see it. That's never fun. Make it a little bit bigger there. Okay. Right to the edge. Good. Good stuff. Guess I could even make myself bigger. Just because I'm not really covering too much. I certainly cover quite a bit more information on Arena. Okay, that looks good. Eventually. One of these days. Okay. Good old Temple Garden. Definitely not paying 2. I don't have anything for 1. Okay. Oh, connection is still horrible at work. Well, try my best. Maybe you'll have to watch after your break or just after you're done. Yeah. Hopefully I don't miss any steps and whatnot. It certainly takes quite a bit more to make things happen. It asks you for more. So, okay, Duress, ripping, Sylvan Scrying. The only thing Duress can choose, sadly. All is not lost, no. We got 3 more Sylvan Scryings, 4 Archdruid's Charms. We'll see. I could draw into that Sunken Citadel, the Castle Garenbrig. Boom. Deadly. Deadly. Of course, a Ghalta or a Palani's Hatcher. Maybe instead of that stuff, having Leyline of Sanctity. That'd be good. A little bit better. Something good. Do it. Oh boy. Palani's Hatcher. Not quite going to cut it. You never know. I can do deadly things. When I do my thing, it is pain and suffering for the opponent. But it could just be regular Rakdos vampires, which Leyline of Sanctity does help quite a bit. Quite a bit. Maybe just a Smuggler's Copter. Perhaps it is going to be regular Rakdos. Rakdos Aggro. Phew. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Beautiful. If we see an Archdruid's Charm next turn, or a Sunken, either we see the first Archdruids or the first Sunken, we'll be in a very good position. Big time. Kroxa, pretty fantastic. Before it is sacrificed, because it didn't escape, it'll be used to crew the Smuggler's Copter. That is lovely, lovely stuff. Which is nice to get a little bit of use out of it. I do have to discard something, though. Palani's Hatcher. Again, I want to maintain Ghalta. It's always nice to do that. Of course, I could draw into another copy, but when the thing is a legendary creature that is so impactful to the overall game plan, I like to keep it. Hit for 3. That's alright. That's alright. Archdruids are sunken. Let's go. Oh boy. That's not too good. Back-to-back Palani's Hatcher. It could happen. It's not unheard of. Sorin Imperious Bloodlord to maybe put the Vein Rip. Okay, good. It's just Inti. I did actually beat this particular variation of Rakdos last night before I passed out. So I think we should get the job done. It's certainly not the most aggressive list in the world, but that Smuggler's Copter is going to get painfully big, I think. We're still at 17, going down to 13. Not the end of the world. Man, I gotta say, I love Arena doing things automatically, but again, I need to practice more once I get playing in paper. Definitely need to. Archdruid's Charm. Sunken Citadel. Let's go. Oh! Oh! Back to back to back. Palani's Hatcher. I mean, it's not a 0% chance. It could happen. I will never cut Palani or Regisaur. Maybe you think 4 is enough. It's not. It's not. You got to have all of them. Oh, it happens. It happens sometimes. The question is, do I want to keep in Leyline of Sanctity? It's not so super heavy against discard Kroxa. Each opponent discards a card. So Kroxa's enter the battlefield trigger to discard doesn't target us. Leyline of Sanctity would not turn that off. It would, turn off the Duress and the Thoughtseize. Seeing Duress, well, they certainly have Thoughtseize as well, so I might just keep in Leyline. Probably. Although Hornet Queen could be quite devastating against this deck, saving us from the Smuggler's Copter. Yeah, I think I might do that. Ouch. Painful. I would imagine we're done for probably next turn, especially if they do play a creature right now. Which it certainly does seem to be the case. Oh, they're going to escape Kroxa. Gee, I wonder if I should discard one of my 3 Palani's Hatchers. Definitely doing that, and well, that tends to do the trick. Yep, we're not winning that one. No siree. But we'll begin the sideboarding. Get rid of Leyline of Sanctity. Yeah, let's do it. Hornet Queen. Perfect. Pretty simple. Straightforward. Even though that Leyline, ooh, it is always tempting, especially when you see duress. You know for sure they have a Thoughtseize. They're packing the discard hate. Nah, that's alright. We can't get them all. But I think we'll get them here. Hornet Queen is going to be nice if we can stick it early like I was mentioning. Oh, I love that. Definitely going to give it a go. Of course, I don't have to worry about not seeing a Leyline of Sanctity because it's not in here. But having the Castle Garenbrig, the Vaultborn, the Sylvan Scrying, basically cross our fingers they don't have a Thoughtseize or a Duress on turn 1. But I do suspect that's going to be... Oh. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. Odd. Okay. You know what? Maybe I'm going to trim Outcaster Trailblazer. They could potentially have Sheoldred, the Apocalypse. Outcaster Trailblazer is not a May trigger, so we're forced to draw a card. The draws from the Trailblazer could potentially kill us. We might need the Trailblazer, plotting it, playing it for free to make that one temporary mana just to get us to the 7 or 8 for Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant temporarily. So yeah, we'll trim that. Good to go, I hope. Well, interesting. Quite interesting. I lost the die roll. Yes, of course, because I won the previous one. All right. Ooh, no Leyline. Nah, we'll mulligan once. That's pretty fantastic. We're keeping it. There's no Leyline, but I do have my 2 sources of white. Ooh, beautiful. Yeah, I like that. Even if they get rid of Archdruids, if all they have is a Duress, we're still okay. Look. With the lands that I still have, I am representing 7. If you keep a hand that's basically all lands, well, it's impervious to a Duress and a Thoughtseize. It's kind of like I have a Leyline. What are you going to do? Nothing much. It's good. It's good. We can play basically anything. I love it. Oh, it's their beginning of combat. Okay. I thought it had gone back around to my turn. That's alright. Sylvan Scrying. Hoping for a Vaultborn Tyrant. Carnage Tyrant, Tyrranax Rex. Any of that stuff. Eventually. We'll get there. Maybe the opponent is thinking I'm mad or something. I was roping. That's not the case. I'm just not quite as familiar with accepting the triggers and the prompts that happen on Magic the Gathering Online. Beautiful. We'll go with the Lush Portico. It always enters the battlefield tapped, so 100% that has to be next turn. But if we draw a Sylvan Scrying, I'll go with a Temple Garden. A land that enters untapped that will have 2 on turn 2, and yeah, we want to use up the Sylvan Scrying. Hopefully Tyrranax Rex survives. We'll see. You never know. Kroxa. Okay. Now the question becomes, do I want to get rid of Tyrranax Rex? They do know that I have... Yeah, I know what. We'll get rid of T-Rex. I imagine it would have been discarded anyways, but I didn't want to lose 3 life. If I discard a land, I lose 3 life. We got lots of big bodies. Basically, the entire deck is big bodies, so I think that's going to work out. I would imagine the opponent's feeling pretty positive about that. Oh yeah, Slush Portico. That's what we're doing. I want that. Absolutely. On top of library. Okay. Now, hopefully that happens. Turn 5, Hornet Queen. I think that could buy us enough time. Or we draw the Vaultborn Tyrant. Absolutely, I'll be aiming for that. Leyline of the Veil. Not a problem. We'll get rid of Regisaur Alpha. Maintain the lands. That's the goal. We got lots of creatures coming up. Plenty. Over a third of the deck is massive and big and lovely. Alright. Next turn, potentially, I could play the Carnage Tyrant if I draw it. I will be able to make 6. So it would be nice to sneak it in, you know? Just before the Hornet Queen, or have the Hornet Queen survive. Nah, you know what? We'll get rid of the Hornet Queen. Again. Maintain the lands. Maintain the lands. Oh. The Archdruid's Charm. Are you kidding me? The opponent could be almost dead. Well, they're going to make me discard. That's a tough one. We'll see. We'll see what they cast. Maybe they go Thoughtseize to start. I respond with Archdruids to put a land onto the battlefield, and then Thoughtseize doesn't get rid of anything. Let's wait. At the very least, I will be able to make 8 next turn. Archdruid is going to likely grab another Sunken. Bonecrusher Giant? That's it's fine by me. That's alright. Okay. Yeah, each player discards a card. Cast it. Okay, here we go. Now I can play any creature in the deck. Lovely, lovely. We'll choose a red, just in case, you know, we get Regisaur Alpha or Palani's Hatcher. It would be nice to cast it. That's for sure. Okay, we're good. We're good. Big creature coming up. Any creature. You can do it. If it is Vaultborn Tyrant, it might be all over. That'd be good. Gain 3 life. Draw a card. If they kill it, it makes a copy and we gain 3 more life and draw another card. Barium in value. It's just comforting to know I can play anything I draw. Some big, some good. Ooh, okay. Okay, well, we'll go with another Sunken. Sometimes that happens. We're not dead yet. Not by a long shot. Although Liliana will probably -6 next turn, I would imagine. That's going to be rough. Boy. It will be interesting to see what piles They separate, probably keeping Castle Garenbrig out. Something like that. Yeah, well, let's... Okay, interesting. Choose a pile to sacrifice. Pile 2. Let's go. Keep the Sunkens. I like that. Hopefully drawing a Castle Garenbrig, but it's going to be rough now. That Vaultborn would have been pretty key. Castle Garenbrig, you can do it. Pretty much has to be Castle Garenbrig. Archdruid's Charm, sadly, we can't cast because one of the Sunkens was chosen as red. Watch it be an Archdruid's Charm. That would be extra painful. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's how it goes. Yeah. You win some, you lose some. All right, into the next one. Okie dokie.
Dang! Oh!
And we're still on track to eventually, hopefully get that 3-2. Yeah, just unfortunate. Even with 20 lands, it happens, sadly. So many big things. You might think it's too many big things, but that happens more often than you would think. Oh, I'm going to get a big thing. I haven't seen a Vaultborn yet. I haven't seen a Carnage Tyrant, a Tyrranax Rex. Yeah, they're coming up. 1 of 12. You think your luck is good, or a Palani's Hatcher, or a Regisaur Alpha. You kept a hand that is basically all lands, and, well, you don't land to win. We'll get there. If you're not playing, you're not winning. You'll never win if you don't play. Something like that. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to find the opponent, but I think that was a pretty good pace for a match. Hopefully it goes a little bit quicker, but of course there was the deck tech and whatnot. So yeah, I think that was the 15 minutes, 20-minute range. If I can keep it into that and get an entire league done in 2 hours, that's the goal. Eventually. Man, it's taken forever to find an opponent. I thought this would be, a pretty popular time for people, but maybe it is getting a little bit late. 9:30 p.m. my time. Yeah. Although it seems like some people play pretty late, pretty early in the morning as well. That's just how it goes. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, darn, lost the die roll. That's okay. Maybe it's going to be goblins. That could be rough. An aggressive deck. Ugh. I kind of like that. I would rather see one Castle Garenbrig or one Sunken Citadel, Archdruid's Charm. Okay. One more mulligan. Oh, I like the looks of that. Absolutely. Beautiful. We have to put 2 on the bottom. It's going to be Regisaur and Outcaster. Yeah. we're good. We got Leyline down. Beautiful. I'm glad I didn't miss putting Leyline of Sanctity down. Hopefully it is mono black waste not. My first opponent chatted with me. That, guess it should show it, yeah. That's the first time an opponent has chatted with me. But I think we could get there. We don't have to worry about too much. I'm a little bit worried about what this could be. I think it is land combo, something or other. We're about to find out, but that is, that's what I suspect. Ooh, Gruul colors. Whoa, what could it be? Who knows? Sunken Citadel, are you kidding? This is beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Castle Garenbrig next turn it enters, tapped unfortunately, but Archdruids can grab and play the other Sunken. You'll see. Hopefully it is a forest that would play that, and it would be able to play Archdruids on that turn, and then the following turn Castle Garenbrig would enter untapped. So we'll cross our fingers. That Temple Garden as well would be quite nice. Another Vaultborn, not the end of the world. That's still pretty good. Okay. 2 Vaultborns actually is pretty darn scary. Hopefully we're not dead to some sort of something or other. I think it could be Transmogrify, maybe. Something painful. Transmogrify or maybe Indomitable Creativity. Gruul. I don't know. Okay. Land combo. Like I was suspecting. Painful. Fabled Passage. Lovely stuff. Nissa, Resurgent Animist. When a land enters, they add a mana of any color. Fabled Passage entered. Sacrificed. Puts a basic land on the battlefield. And then they make another temporary mana. They have 3 at the moment. But I think we could get them. It's not the most aggressive deck in the world. We'll get the job done. Get that Vaultborn Tyrant. Bury him in value. Something good. Something big. Oh, what did I say? A forest. I don't exactly need the forest now. Interesting. Kind of want to go Outcaster Trailblazer, but I also want to go with Archdruid's Charm. You know what? We'll plot the Outcaster. Yeah, I like the thought of that. Play that, play Vaultborn, save Archdruid's Charm to get Ghalta. Cross my fingers. I like this. I can make 6 right there. I will be able to make 7 next turn for the Vaultborn Tyrant. I would like Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant though. Yeah. But we could be buried in potential big amounts of mana from the opponent. Lovely aggression as well. But I think Vaultborn Tyrant should allow us to stabilize. Also having the Outcaster Trailblazer too. Oh boy. So, Omnath, lovely. It is, pretty painful, but they only have 2 mana. Hopefully they don't have some sort of counter spell. I'm crossing my fingers. The treasure token could make a blue, and okay. Something bad could be happening. You never know. Hornet Queen could be quite nice, especially with sometimes big creatures, but for the most part, a bunch of decently sized ones. So a swarm of flying Death Touchers I would quite enjoy. Memory Deluge, not too bad. I think Vaultborn Tyrant is going to do the trick. Oh, another forest to boot. Lovely, lovely. Now, where is cast without paying its mana cost? Yes, there we go. Make it green. Okay. Castle Garenbrig, activate its ability. Let's go. Now Vaultborn. Okay. It left over manas, and I don't know why. We'll get there. We'll get there. We got two creatures. We got a little bit of life. Got some card draw. That's where it's at. Oh, and Ghalta. Oh, this is good. This is good. Yes, I'll lose mana. I can't use it, sadly. Okay, okay. Maybe we're safe. Hopefully. Hopefully they kill Vaultborn. I'm definitely going to try and block somebody, but they could have Leyline Binding. That's a very real possibility. They're going to be making a lot of mana. They could go some sort of ultimatum. The Temur one for blue, red, and green. Looking at the top 7, 10 or so, they can play 3 spells for free or something like that. Ugh. Not a pretty sight. But we might be able to kill him next turn, depending if we get Ghalta. We would get 2 draw triggers from the Trailblazer and the Vaultborn Tyrant, so it'd be extra nice. Be extra nice to take out Nissa and Omnath, but for the most part I'll be gunning for Omnath, possibly with the Archdruid's Charm. But I don't think they can kill us this turn. They do have a lot of cards in hand, unfortunately. 8 at the moment. Ooh. We'll get there. Putting me to sleep. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, they're wondering what to do. I would imagine if they had a Leyline Binding, they would have used that quite a little bit ago, pretty much right away, because, well, you want to get rid of Vaultborn Tyrant. You don't want to have to deal with that, but, oh, okay, they were making some green mana. Oh, Memory Deluge, they're getting a little bit worried. Spending 7, I like that. Big time. Perhaps searching for that Leyline Binding. I think that could have happened. They can cast it for 3. They have a mount, well, 2 actually. They have a plains, an island, a mountain, and a forest. So Leyline Binding at the moment is costing 2. I bet that's happening. I'd be surprised if it didn't happen. Good. Very good. Very, very good. Oh boy. I like our chances here. I don't think they have a counter spell. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. But I'm going to try and play Vaultborn Tyrant. We'll see. Okay. I think I did that right. Good. There we go. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Lovely. 2 draws, tons of life. I think we're looking good. Hopefully getting another land off of this. But I think stacking 2 Vaultborn Tyrants is good, is wise. 6 life, 3 cards. I'll take it. Okay, well, still nothing. Next turn, maybe. No one in their right mind is going to be taking out that Vaultborn Tyrant. They're not going to double block it. It's just not happening. But it might. Maybe. Okay. Chip away a little bit. Hopefully they can't deal 22. But you never know with a deck like this. That is a very real possibility. Ooh. But at least they don't have the binding. Maybe they get it this turn. We'll see. Fabled Passage is going to be rough. They're going to get 2 mana total from Nissa's triggers, 4 from Omnath. It's a lot of mana that they're going to be having. Yikes. But at the very least, Omnath can't deal 4 damage to me, which is quite nice indeed. They may not want to attack, but also at least we saved the damage from that. They can't target us. I like it. If they had 3 lands enter. Okay, that's going to be rough. That's a lot. That's a lot of mana. Maybe we're not dead. Maybe they're going to take extra turns. I think that also could be a very real possibility. I'm going to look to take out Virtue of Strength. If you tap a land for mana, you add more stuff. Oh, 2 of them. Oh, okay. That's painful. Yeah, Memory Deluge. Okay. Maybe we're dead. Possibly. Yikes. I think that could be a very real possibility. Yeah. Every time they tap a land, it makes 6. I'm pretty sure. Tends to do the trick. I would imagine they're going to take an extra turn. Probably. Pick your poison. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a spell that gives them an extra turn. That would be ideal. I guess they did want to target me. They must be targeting me. Huh. Interesting. Oh, World Soul's Rage tends to do the trick. Yeah, that does tend to do the trick. Okay. Ouch. We'll get there. But 100% I'm keeping Leyline of Sanctity, and it stopped World Soul's Rage from dealing damage right towards us, which is very good. That's what we want. We stopped Omnath from sending damage towards us. Also what we want. Torpor Orb. It doesn't do a whole lot. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. It's not lands. It would be nice if we turned off the lands triggers. Absolutely. Damping Sphere could hurt all the mana that they make, but it's lands entering and making temporary mana from Nissa, from Omnath, so Damping Sphere doesn't really do too much as well. They don't really have much activated abilities other than Fable, of course, which is quite nice, but I say we keep it as is. Leyline of Sanctity, that's staying in, but it is a little bit slow. I could keep a hand that doesn't include Leyline and feel pretty good about that. I'm not keeping that hand though. Oh, that's beautiful. Absolutely. I know what I'm keeping. You know what? We'll get Regisaur to the bottom. I want to keep both Trailblazers. Yeah. Sylvan Scrying, we will grab another Sunken to play it. We can go Trailblazer. Yeah, that's going to be nice. I love it. We'll get him. They don't have any Thought Seizes or Duresses, but this is about the best I could hope for. We have all the mana we need. Eventually. A Force next turn would be pretty good, though. Ghalta, also quite nice. I like it. Of course, Sylvan Scrying will be... The lights look bad. Maybe the power's going out. It's flickering a little bit. I think my light is just kind of on the fritz. Yeah, next turn we'll be playing Sylvan to play a Sunken for the turn anyways, so we're good. It's a land that enters tapped anyways, and we would have been spending the 2 mana. Oh, okay, the good old pick your poison. Well. Hopefully we get the sources of white. Yeah. Carnage Tyrant, not too bad. Get that Sunken. Yeah, I'll choose red again, just in case I get a Regisaur or a Palani's Hatcher, but at this point, it's going to be rough. Currently 0-1 at the moment, Scorpion, but I think it's looking pretty good, at least for this game, how things are shaping up. Hopefully they don't have too much land destruction. I don't think that really would be a thing. Probably. I'm hoping. Land, you can do it. Oh, overgrown farmland. The opponent could be dead next turn. Plot for 3. Boom. We will be able to make 8. I love it. Hopefully drawing a Regisaur Alpha or a Palani's Hatcher. The opponent basically probably maybe has to kill us next turn. Something like that. They will be able to make a lot of mana with the Broker's Hideout, entering, sacrificing. Yeah. I would imagine they'll probably play Omnath this turn. A Vaultborn Tyrant next turn would be beautiful. Regisaur Alpha, Palani's Hatcher, any of that. Oh boy. Actually, I guess they need a white for Omnath, so they can't play that yet, fortunately. Okay, that's not too bad. I like our chances. Oh, hit me for 3. Vaultborn. Regisaur. Oh, Vaultborn Tyrant. Cast without pay. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're killing. Beautiful. Make it green. It's going to be mean. Six. Boom. There we go. Okay. I thought I had ordered it so that Trailblazer happened first, but well, that's how it goes. What up, Lexicon? How's it going? Hopefully all is well. Yes, it is definitely different. The game has ended. Okay, well, Lexicon, you joined at the right moment. We'll begin sideboarding. Lovely stuff. We'll keep it the same. There we go. There we go. All right. Everything I could have hoped for, pretty much. I'm going to keep that hand. Absolutely. We have 2 lands, 2 Sylvan Scryings, Archdruid's Charm. Oh, that looks lovely. And a Tyrranax Rex to boot. Beautiful. Not paying the 2. Next turn, Castle Garenbrig plus Sylvan. We'll grab the first Sunken Citadel. And yes, I am doing a league right now. It's looking good. Takes a little bit, you know. Arena, of course, again, does things automatically, which is very nice, but you get into bad habits with that, I think. Especially if you want to play in paper. Okay, we're looking good. You know what, I am going to grab a Sunken. I was thinking of maybe not grabbing it. I have to get it at some point. I could play Temple Garden next turn and then Archdruids to grab a Sunken, but I think this will be better. I might use Archdruids to grab some big, lovely dino, something like that. Yes, the best players, I would imagine, are on here. Splunking is going to be a bit of a problem with a sort of land-based 4-color combo, landfall, triggers, and whatnot. I think we'll still get the job done, maybe. Another Castle Garenbrig? Well, you never know. Sylvan Scrying, 100%. It could be somewhat over for the opponent. They have to kill us in 2 turns. Next turn we play Sunken, tapped. And then we go Archdruids to search for something good and big, which we'll be able to play with the Castle Garenbrig or the Temple Garden. So it's a race. 2 turns. Oh boy. Oh boy. That splunking is going to be a bit of a problem, though, I think. Okay, good old Omnath. Very good. Good for them. Not so much for me. Okay, with you. They have 1 more turn. After this one. I love it. Vaultborn. Leyline. That's alright. We'll choose red. And we'll see if the opponent is dead. Okay. It all comes down to this. Can they deal 20? Can they not? We're about to find out. They have this turn and this turn only. Possibly. Oh boy. Strap yourselves in. Lots of triggers. Oh, that's good stuff. Lots of mana too. We're not dead yet. We're still at a full health, so that's good. It is a lot of mana, though. It is a scary amount. 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. 11 at the moment. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh boy. Okay, Yorion, pretty good. Bringing it in as a companion and then playing it. I like our chances. This is nice. This is nice. They must have put it into their hand and playing it. Yes, Boseiju Who Endures is a little bit rough, but you know what's rough? When you have another Castle Garenbrig. We're fine. We're fine with that. Lush Portico. I like that. Oh boy, this is tense. Yeah, I kind of like Carnage Tyrant. I might want... You know what? We'll put it on top. Yeah. I'll see what they do. Okay, good, good. Nice. Yeah, I like this. Maybe I don't. Oh boy. Oh boy, they're tapping a lot. Okay, I think they should be dead. Probably. They're at 27. You never know. It's going to be a lot of damage, though. Ooh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. $32, I like it. Okay. Hopefully they don't have too much at instant speed, but that could be a very real possibility. Oh boy, oh boy. Here goes nothing. Okay. Castle Garenbrig. 2 red, 2 green, lovely stuff. Six, 2 more, and there she is. Beautiful. Okay. Put the stuff out, yeah. Make sure I click on everybody. Yes, I got everybody clicked. Good. Good. But they still could kill me next turn. That's a very real possibility. Oh boy. I don't think they can do anything for a single green, but you never know. Sadly, they can take everything and still live. Depending what they have in hand, we could just be dead. We would be dead anyways with the World Souls Rage, unfortunately. Which I think is possibly going to happen. Well, we'll find out. It's now or never. Oh. Okay. Oh, they want to take out Carnage Tyrant. I like this very, very much. Make sure we take out Nissa. I want them to have less mana. I'm okay with that. I feel like we would be okay with Palani's Hatcher and the Dinosaur Egg. Well, you never know. Oh, they have another. That is going to be painful. Very painful. I would imagine they have some land, Fabled Passage, or the Broker's whatchamacallit. Okay, that is bad. That is bad. Aftermath Analyst sacrificing itself and returning all their lands and getting all the triggers. Ouch. Ouch, that tends to do the trick. Probably. I would think World Souls Rage is gonna happen. Takes a lot of clicks, my goodness. There's probably some way to do this a little bit faster, I would think. A lot of life too, sadly. Or we might not be dead. You never know. My goodness, it is lovely when it does everything automatically, I must admit. And you can speed it up in paper too. Yeah, a Haze of Pollen would be pretty good. I would enjoy that. I did enjoy it in the past. I used it for a couple nights there. Pretty decent. World Souls Rage, coming in hot. Yeah, sadly. Would have been nice to have that Leyline of Sanctity out. Tends to do the trick. I don't know. Leyline would have helped. We'll get. Okay, where's that mono black waste knot? Yeah. Vaultborn Tyrant probably would have been better than Carnage Tyrant. Instead of the Lush Portico, just search for Vaultborn. Before Castle Garenbrig is destroyed, and then still get the Lush Portico and that sort of thing. I like the looks of that. Castle Garenbrig and a Temple Garden, but we have Leyline of Sanctity. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. They're not going to be targeting me. Beautiful. Although it is Ghalta, it's not going to be mono black waste not. Okay. Phew. Hopefully that helps. Okay, mono red. We could be majorly dead. That's for sure. Sylvan Scrying next turn would be ideal, though. Man, we just stick a Vaultborn Tyrant. Big body, gain some life, stabilize a little bit. We'll get there. Okay. Okay, the Slickshot stuff. Well, we're not dead yet. You know, they didn't plot the Slickshot show off yet. Maybe they will. Slickshot show off. Okay. Okay. Haze of Pollen would be good. Cloak Phantom. You were, well, maybe you knew what was about to happen. Sadly. Okay, we gotta stick to Vaultborn. We could be mostly dead coming up here, playing the Slickshot for free, plus maybe a third land, Monstrous Rage, the 3 spells that cost 1. The Slickshot tends to get the job done. Nothing I would really do in these scenarios. You just lose sometimes. Monstrous Rage. Okay, that's not too bad. They didn't deal a whole lot to us. I'll take it. Yes. Oh, Outcaster will plot it at the very least. Hopefully able to play at least Carnage Tyrant next turn. Yeah. Blaney's Hatcher would be pretty good too. Really just a Carnage Tyrant to block the Soulscar Mage. At least we could save ourselves taking a little bit of damage. And also we'll have the Trailblazer out. Although I would imagine it might die to some removal. Probably. Especially since the opponent can't target us with their play with fire or anything. Okay, the Blossoming Defense, lovely stuff. We'll get there. We won't get there. Okay, that's how it goes. We'll be bringing in the Hornet Queen. Pretty much. That's the main plan. Leyline of Sanctity not doing a whole lot in this matchup, that's for sure. Damping Sphere as well could be a little bit helpful, but it also hurts us. The opponent might not have many ways to get rid of it. I would really only bring it in against a deck that it super duper hates. Mono Green Devotion, they have Beseiju to destroy it. The artifact bug, whatchamacallit. That would have been lovely too. Yeah. Hornet Queen, you can do it. I like the looks of that. Yeah, well, it's all the mana I need, which is quite nice. It's no Hornet Queen, but we'll be able to make 7 eventually. 7 on turn 4. Right. Yeah. We'll just hope they aren't super fast. They were a little bit slow the previous game, so maybe we'll get lucky again. Fortunate again. Hornet Queen, let's go. Oh, a Ghalta. That is making me feel quite nice. Of course, well, sadly, we do have to take 2, and it's not exactly something you want to do against a deck like this, but we have to go with Sylvan Scrying, absolutely. Yeah. Grab that castle. Could have been either one. We'll go with the other Sylvan to grab the second Sunken and play it next turn. Azor land for the turn. Then we'll be off to the races. Hornet Queen, coming in hot. Let's go. Plot that Slickshot. Well, hopefully not. Okay. That's all right. Oh, Archdruid's Charm. Kind of changing things. Okay, let me think. Now, we'll just go Castle Garenbrig, Archdruid's Charm to search and put the second Sunken out. Yeah, that's what we want. Possibly I could play Ghalta. If I draw a land for the turn that enters untapped, then we might be able to kill them. If they don't kill me, so crossing your fingers. They could be dead next turn. Maybe. Of course, we could just be dead from the Slickshot, depending what they drop. A Grafdigger's Cage. That's fine. I don't mind. It's not hurting me. I think we should be safe. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, pretty sure we are. Okay. Getting quite a bit bigger. Scarier. Six and 5, 11. Oh boy. Okay. Wait for the end, search for the second Sunken, and here goes nothing. Oh boy. Land untapped, you can do it. Land untapped, you can do it. Let's go. Oh. That's going to be it, I would imagine. Do I like Tyrranax Rex? Not so much. Yeah, we'll play it. It's a big thing. Maybe they can't get the job done. You never know. Try it again. Okay, Tyrranax Rex. Okay, there we got our 6. Okay, you just have to do it in a specific way. But I'm pretty sure we should be dead from the Slickshot. I'd be surprised if that didn't happen. Very surprised. Maybe they just have a bunch of creatures, huh? Oh. Tends to do the trick. Well, that's how she goes. Okay, number 4. Let's get a couple wins at least. Man, that was, so close. Gotta get more coffee though. I'll be right back. right. It really does take quite a while to find an opponent. Ah. Oh, good. And we won the die roll. Beautiful stuff indeed. Beautiful hand. I think that's a beautiful hand. Yes, please. Got the sources of white that we need. Absolutely. No. Lush Portico. That's a land that enters tapped all the time. We want that to be the first one. Castle Garenbrig off the top. Yes. We'll put it on top. Might as well. You never know what's going to be coming up. Could be nice to have. Azorius Control, maybe. Oh, that would be lovely stuff. You better watch out. One of my favorite matchups. I might grab the Cavern of Souls that I have. If it is Azorius Control, that's... possibly. We'll see. Of course, hopefully I draw some sort of creature as well. But I'm betting Sylvan Scrying next turn is going to be a Cavern. It might not be Azorius Control. I think it is Azorius Control. Something. Oh, okay. Another land. How it goes? I would imagine they counter Sylvan Scrying, but we have all the lands we need. We don't exactly need the land that Sylvan will grab. A Cavern would be nice, absolutely, but no more lies with it. Fine. That's alright. Carnage Tyrant next turn. Let's go. Had to be Sunken Citadel, 100%. Strict Proctor, okay, we got Lotus Field coming in hot. Alright. I know the drill. Damping Sphere coming in for game 2 to hopefully put the pain to the opponent. Creature. Well, it is a creature. Can't play it, unfortunately. This is sometimes the awkward scenario you run into. You can make 6 on turn 4, but you can't cast Regisaur Alpha, which costs 5, because you need a red. Tyrranax Rex next turn, maybe. Hopefully they don't play Teferi coming up. Untapping the Lotus Field and something else. You know, it's okay. I jinx myself. We're not dead yet. All is not lost. We still could prevail. We've got 8 creatures that can't be countered. 4 Carnage Tyrant, 4 Tyrranax Rex. That's a pretty decent chance. Decent enough for me. Some big. Oh, Archdruid's Charm. I do like that. We'll see if we can have some sort of window. Archdruids to search for somebody big, somebody nice. A Cavern of Souls, but maybe a Tyrranax Rex. User mana. Do it. Now do it. Good. The Memory Deluge, we got our window. What do we want to search for? That is the question. Yeah. Well, let's see. They're going to see what I grab, which is the interesting thing. Tyrranax Rex, they can definitely pay the ward for. This is Lotus Field. They make a big amount of mana, so it's not hard to pay that extra cost. The scariest thing I think potentially we could grab is Carnage Tyrant, so that's what we're doing. Oh boy. They're ready and waiting. They know they can't get rid of it. Hopefully it's not a Thespian stage. Of course, I'm hoping that we play Carnage Tyrant and it forces them to sweep, which gets rid of Strict Proctor, which allows me to do my enter the battlefield effects of Regisaur, Ghalta, Vaultborn Tyrant, all of that. But they also could have discontinuity, which they would be able to play. Sadly. They will untap 2 lands, the Lotus Field and that Hengegate pathway. Discontinuity for 6 on my turn, ends the turn. I can't cast anything, I can't put any lands out. It is just, well, it's like they take an extra turn. That's just how it goes. So that's my bet. Discontinuity. Man, they got a lot of cards. Oh boy. Okay, I like the looks of that. Another Castle Garenbrig, quite nice indeed. Yeah, we'll just we'll try for Carnage Tyrant. We'll hope it's not you know what, but I think it's going to be you know what. Dun, 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 dun. Carnage Tyrant. No discontinuity. Okay. I haven't played against Lotus Field before, ever. Oh boy. I didn't see that coming a mile away. Had to happen at some point. We had to draw it out eventually. Kind of just wish I had more Cavern of Souls, but I really do like the increased amount of white, just in case we run into Leyline of Sanctity. Yeah. Well, we'll get there. Maybe. I've persevered through worse. Creature. Tyrranax Rex. Another Carnage Tyrant. Vaultborn Tyrant, maybe, but of course we need that Cavern of Souls to... I mean, we can certainly try Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Definitely. Worth a shot. Maybe they don't have a discontinuity or any counter. Possibly. Could happen. You never know. I've gotten lucky before. Pretty sure I won't get lucky this time. Okay, that's not too bad. Don't have an extra 2, but I want this big body down. Can't play Regisaur Alpha anyways. All right. Wandering Emperor, it's going to be a little bit rough. They make a 4/4 Shark plus the Strict Proctor. All of these creatures do have flying. Definitely, probably switching out Hornet Queen for Leyline. They definitely want Damping Sphere. Yeah, that's coming in. 100%. Turn off the big mana that they make. We'll see what we draw next turn. I would imagine it's probably over, but you never know. Tends to do the trick. That's alright. We got Damping Sphere mulliganing pretty aggressively for that. Absolutely. Pithing Needle. Stopping Teferi. I like Pithing Needle too. I still like the Outcaster Trailblazer. Plotting it, they can't counter the plot, usually, chances are, so we could cast something for free, possibly drawing out a counter spell, although they might save a potential counter spell for the big thing after Trailblazer's temporary mana, when we cast it for free. You know what, I'll still keep it like that. Again, Pithing Needle, very nice, but I want the Damping Sphere. I want basically everything to stay as is. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Damping Sphere on turn 2. I think that should do the trick. Hopefully. Cross your fingers they don't have whatchamacallit, Spell Pierce. But I think that only counters instants and sorceries. Well, that entered tap, so they're not going to be countering anything. I am tempted to go Lush Portico. You know what? We'll go with Damping Sphere. We'll get that down. If I went Lush Portico, I would have potentially had Archdruids next turn, but they would have probably held up mana forever and ever and ever. I would have never gotten Archdruids off anyways. At least with this, I might spend some mana to get rid of Damping Sphere, which might get me a window to possibly cast Archdruids. That's what I'm hoping for. I like a Vaultborn. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Don't need a Tyrranax Rex. Well, yeah, no, we'll keep it on top. That would be quite nice, especially if we don't see the one of Cavern of Souls. Be surprised if they didn't do something to Damping Sphere. Okay, then that's not too bad. Alrighty. Archdruids it is, before they untap and potentially have a counter spell. We'll get them. Okay, we can make 6. That's, well, after they get rid of Damping Sphere, we can make 6. But we hurt the opponent a lot more than we're hurting ourselves, and I'm pretty sure they'll get rid of it at some point here. I would be surprised if that didn't happen. Okay, that's looking good too. Yeah. Certainly would be nice to try for a Regisaur or a Palani's Hatch. We don't have that source of red, unfortunately, but that's how she goes. Oh, Memory Deluge, digging for something to get rid of the sphere. Have no fear. Have no fear. The sphere is here. That is a tongue twister and a half. Desperately digging. They must have found it. Oh, Teferi. That's okay. Not the end of the world. They untap 2 lands and they can only make 2 mana. Not so bad. They're going much slower. Okay, Regisaur Alpha, not the greatest thing in the world. I think they'll get rid of it at the end of my turn, preparing for an explosive turn on their turn. Maybe not. Okay, good. I like this. A Strict Proctor also pretty painful. What are they wanting to do? Ashiok. Okay, well, we have basically all the creatures I would want whenever they hopefully decide to get rid of Damping Sphere. Or we get an Archdruid to take out our own Damping Sphere. Really, that's what we're hoping for as well. Okay, not too bad. We'll get there. Another Strict Proctor. That's going to be strictly painful. Yeah, we got a Castle Garenbrig. It's something. Certainly would have been nice to maybe try for a Carnage Tyrant. We have 6 lands, so we could have possibly cast it, made the opponent squirm perhaps a little bit there. That would have been good. But I don't think we would have drawn out a sweeper. Perhaps if they were a little bit lower, I could have seen that happening. They gotta have some sort of removal coming up. Something's going to get rid of Damping Sphere, I bet. I really am quite surprised it's lasted as long as it has. Although they do have enough for discontinuity, which, you know, I could see that happening. We faced it the previous game. Well, at least they won't be playing it. They only have 5, so that's good. I like the Outcaster quite a bit. We're definitely plotting that and hoping for a Cavern of Souls at some point here. A lot of Planeswalkers too. That's a lot to punch through. Oh, and another Teferi. Untapping 4 lands in total. Whenever they draw a card, exile a permanent and opponent controls. They'll start to exile our lands, I would imagine. Sadly. That's okay. That's okay. We still might get the job done. Maybe. Okay. Maybe the algorithm felt bad for the previous Lotus field opponent that I absolutely demolished. They had to hand me back some pain. Yeah, Damping Sphere is... I mean, it is still there. We got Archdruids to take out Damping Sphere, but they will be drawing cards and exiling stuff, unfortunately, so that is going to do it. For that match. We got one more coming up. Maybe it's going to be that mono black waste knot. Hopefully it's going to be that mono black waste knot. Can't always go good though. It's a guarantee. Hopefully it finds an opponent pretty fast. It is getting a little bit late. We'll see how good it starts out. If it starts out very positive, yeah, we'll play it through. But if it is going to be rough, if it is an aggressive deck, I might just pack it in. Let my mum come in here to the spare room. She's staying over for a bit, and it is nice when she can get to bed at a decent time. I like it. I like it. I say we keep it. I like seeing the Castle Garenbrig, 2 lands, Archdruids, 2 sources of green. Of course, the only thing that doesn't help me cast Archdruids is the 1 Cavern of Souls, so we cross our fingers that we don't draw that. Carnage Tyrant? Yeah, it happens. Alright. Another land or Sylvan Scrying. Either one of those. Lovely. That's not too bad. Just to consider. I'll take it. They're not playing Ledger Shredder on turn 2, so I feel alright. Ooh, Regisaur Alpha. None of that. None of that. Sunken Citadel would actually be quite ideal next turn, even though I wouldn't be able to go with Archdruids, respond to their usual stuff. When they tap out, they don't have the mana for counter spells and whatnot. We just have to hope it's not an Izzet Phoenix, although I wouldn't be too worried if that's okay. Good. Still no Izzet Phoenixes in the graveyard. I'm liking the looks of this. Ooh, well, I'm not liking the looks of a Tyrranax Rex. My, oh my. Yeah, I say we get rid of Carnage Tyrant. We might be needing the haste, potentially. Tyrranax Rex having haste and Carnage Tyrant does not. But definitely keeping Palani's Hatcher and Regisaur Alpha. That's happening big time. Okay, 1 Phoenix. Probably dealing with that this turn when they play another land. Okay. Oh, they don't. I'll take it. Land. Someone's crying. Oh, Leyline of Sanctity. How it goes, sometimes we're not dead yet. Don't lose hope. Definitely getting rid of Leyline, which is not basically doing nothing for us in this particular matchup. 2 Ledger Shredders is a little scary, that's for sure. I would imagine they have some sort of counter spell, so a land that enters untapped, responding to them tapping a bunch of mana, that would be also quite nice. Ooh, a Carnage Tyrant. Oh my goodness. Man, that sucks. Nuts.
But you can't do this to me.
You know how much I sacrificed?
I've sacrificed 100 play points. I'll be getting some more ticks after this. We'll keep going, doing the thing. grinding it out, as they say. One bad night. If people quit when they had one bad night, there'd be nobody playing this game at all. Still at 16. We're not dead yet. Oh boy. Basically dead next turn. They'll get the Izzet Phoenix, I would assume, plus the Ledger Shredders being as big as they are. Oh, a Regisaur Alpha tends to do the trick. Well, it's just unfortunate. Of course, Leyline out, doing nothing in this matchup. Hornet Queen in. Eventually. I think I can take all of them out at once. Okay. Good to go. Now this is pretty straightforward. Of course, Damping Sphere would hurt this particular opponent, but usually I feel quite good without Damping Sphere. I don't fear him that much. Really, at all. Damping Sphere basically eviscerates everything they do. If they want to cast 3 spells in a turn, it potentially would take up to 6, which is quite nice. Oh, quite nice indeed. Yeah, 100%. That is like the keeper of keepers. I would imagine they're basically dead with that hand, as long as they don't get a turn 2 Ledger Shredder, but I have everything I would need to begin with. Temple Garden next turn. Lovely stuff. Play it untap, search for a Castle Garenbrig, play that on turn 3. Archdruids to search and put the second Sunken out on turn 3. There we go. Now, would they have a Spell Pierce? That is a very real possibility, but we're going to hope that doesn't happen. Of course, I have 2 Sylvan Scryings, which also made me feel pretty good if they do happen to counter this. Good they don't. I like it. I like it a lot. Vaultborn Tyrant. That'd be good. It is nice to gain a bit of life, but also the Hornet Queen. If we stick that, the opponent is going to have such an incredible headache. So big. Ledger Shredder. Do it. Oh, phew. Okay. We're safe to go Archdruid's Charm. We don't have to worry about any sort of counter spell. And also having, well, hopefully another land. That would be pretty ideal. Okay. At the very least, I get to cast Tyrranax Rex next turn. But if I draw a land for the turn, the opponent would be dead. I would be able to make 8 mana. We'll choose red. Again, just in case I run into some scenario where I want to cast Regisaur Alpha, we'll see. Yeah, land untap next turn, boom, dead, done. 1 turn. They're not dealing 18 to me this turn. They don't have any Phoenix. They just played the Ledger Shredder the previous turn. Yeah, I think Tyrranax Rex could be enough pressure for the opponent. But if they haven't done too much, I might just search for the final 8th mana that I need. Enough to cast Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Okay, that's alright. Get the job done. Okay, 5. We got a couple turns. We're alright. They are tapped out. No counter spells, no spell pierce, nothing like that. Alright, land untapped. They die. Oh, well, technically they also still die next turn. Of course, we'll play... we could play Tyrranax Rex. Do I like to play Tyrranax Rex? Kind of. They're not dealing 13 to me next turn. So I might as well just go with that. Yeah, let's do it. Take them down a peg, as they say. Oh boy, scary, scary stuff. Right. I'm pretty sure it's mostly impossible at this point that they're going to deal 13. They would, I think, sink a bunch of mana into doing their stuff, but we'll find out. I'm pretty sure they'll spend some mana. If they don't, it's going to feel very good. I can use Archdruids to possibly kill a Ledger Shredder at a later turn, but as it is, if they spend all their mana and they don't kill me, they're definitely dead next turn, so caught between a rock and a hard place. Okay, another Ledger Shredder is something. Alright. 2 triggers. Setting up for some Phoenixes. They won't be getting those Phoenixes out of the graveyard this turn. They spent 2 for a creature. That's not happening. Maybe they're saving it for a Spell Pierce or something like that. I don't think so. I don't know. At this point, they're dead. They only have 1 blue. They're just dead. Maybe they're looking to take out Tyrranax Rex. They think that's going to save them. If they don't attack, that's probably what they're... yeah, that's what they're aiming for. Oh, so dead. So incredibly dead. I love it. I love it. Make that 6 mana. Beautiful. Ah, too slow, bud. See you later. Woo. Tends to do the trick. 0 and okay, well, hopefully 1 and 4. If this match goes the way I'm thinking it's gonna go, that's how it goes. That's all right. Can't always be good. We'll get them. We'll get them next time, at least, maybe. They got to be at least a little bit scared. They know they got lucky that first game. Stuck on 2 lands, not playing anything. Rough. I like the looks of that. Forest and Sunken. Turn 2 Sylvan to grab Castle. I'm going to try it. Yeah. And we have Ghalta as well, which is quite nice. And 2 creatures to give everything else haste. Other dinosaurs haste. Yeah. Should be alright. Oh my, it just went downhill for the opponents. Okay. The question becomes, will they play Ledger Shredder? Maybe, but drawing that second Sunken, we'll see. If they hold up mana for a counterspell, we'll just go the second Sunken. We'll see if we suspect a counterspell. I think there will. Sometimes there's a middle ground, definitely. It depends likely what variation you're using. Some is more, mellow, not as much highs and lows. I bet they have a counterspell. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to play the second Sunken. And their chances may have sunken. Aha. We'll wait for them to spend the mana so that we're safe to go with Sylvan to search for Castle Garenbrig. Hopefully I can do that next turn. They also could have not had a whole lot of anything to play, but I would imagine it was maybe a Spell Pierce or something. I didn't want Sylvan Scrying to potentially be countered. I'm definitely not taking that chance. Okay, still a little bit worrisome. We wait. We continue to wait. Of course, they do have a lot of things they can cast at instant speed, but I smell a Spell Pierce, and I don't want that to happen. They do help a lot, for sure. I prefer relying on getting there with lands. I don't have to worry about opponents' removal on the mana dorks. One of my favorite parts. The Crackling Drake. Well, that's something. We found our window, folks. We found our window to potentially kill the opponent. Wayward Swordtooth is legal, yeah. Wayward Swordtooth does have pretty fantastic potential. Ooh, Lush Portico. Well, that's all right. First we go Sylvan Scrying. Absolutely. We hope they don't have a counter spell. But we go Lush Portico to see what's on top, and well, we see if it's a Cavern of T-Rex. I like a good T-Rex. We have the mana we need. We'll get there. But again, the opponent doesn't see Castle Garenbrig, so they might think, oh, they're safe. Spend the mana, do your thing. If they tap out, they are dead, which is pretty good. This is tense. Do it, you know you wanna. Okay, I'm liking this. Well, we got a couple turns for Crackling Drake. Alright, now the question becomes, would they have a counter spell? I think that's a possibility, but I also think Tyrranax Rex could just kill him, if that is what they're holding on to. I think I'd rather just play T-Rex, swing this turn, play another one, swing next turn, see what happens. I smell a counter spell. Yeah, foil Regisaur Alpha. I spent a little bit of money on that. I'm trying to foil out my entire deck, but yeah, we're crossing the fingers. I'm pretty sure Crackling Drake won't get big enough to kill us next turn. We could be dead, possibly. I think we might sneak by the skin of our teeth, maybe. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Crackling Drake is 7. Oh, okay. Ledger Shredder. I like the looks of this. That's all right. Take me down to 1 or something like that. Let's see. Actually, 2 Arclight Phoenixes tends to... 3 Arclight Phoenixes tends to do the trick. Okay. That's pretty good. They got 3 Phoenixes. Well, that's all right. Well, we didn't get the job done that time. But we will be back with another league at some point. And, yeah. Scorpion, hopefully you had a good time. Anybody else watching right now, later on, whenever it is. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.